All right, welcome to another Unbearable podcast. I'm just going to start off by saying I have no idea what the hell is going on.
No
Jordan,
one does, bro.
Yeah,
I feel like that scene when like the dog is at the table and they're like, "This is fine," and like the whole house is on fire. I feel like that's how we are right now, bro.
I was going to tweet that meme, but it's a little too on the nose. Before we get talking about this, we do have two guests today. They've been on here before. I'll bring on our first guest. I'll bring him on. He's host of White Sox Nation podcast. He's probably more professional than us because this guy is a future reporter. He's on our lousy podcast right now, but one day you'll see him working for NBC Sports Chicago. Jack Thiel.
Let's give him the intro. Yeah, Jack Thiel.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, and now our next
and
guest.
In the blue corner.
I'm just gonna let him on.
A man that does not need an intro. Mike, how does it feel to be on Unbearable podcast? How does it feel?
Let's get it.
Mike, did you bring a bottle with you? You have some shots on the episode tonight.
Yeah, he does.
Good old Gin Bombay Sapphire, baby. You know what I'm saying? Just sipping on it.
All right, guys. This episode is basically, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the title. It's just the state of the union. It's the state of the Bears franchise right now. Drew and I both agree we have no idea what the hell is going on. We can't make any sense of it. It seems like the Bears players can't either. It seems like a couple players might want out after Kyle Fuller was released and Akeem Hicks has permission to seek a trade. Two guys who you thought would be on this defense, two of our best players on the whole team, look like they might be out of Chicago. Who wants to open this conversation up?
I would argue at times too, especially last season, that Akeem Hicks was our best player. So like just in general.
The defense is definitely different when Akeem Hicks is not out there.
And the way the defensive tackle market has been, like we saw Snacks Harrison get traded not too long ago, Sheldon Richardson. If we got anything more than a fourth for Akeem Hicks, and this may sound crazy, but I feel like if we got anything more than a fourth, I would honestly be genuinely shocked. Just the way defensive tackles get traded nowadays.
Yeah,
and
that's just 30 years old already.
Yeah. But Mike, I know you have a lot to say. Mike, do you want to start with your just general opinion on the move?
Let me just start this off. Have you guys ever heard of the song "Taste" by Tyga?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you this: Green Bay, Minnesota, and even Detroit now are all gonna get a nice little taste of this Chicago Bear ass. I'm gonna tell you that right now. We're about to go 0-16. Two of our best defenders are off the team, and we signed some ginger-haired scrub as our fucking starting quarterback.
We do not support ginger hate on this podcast. I just want to make that known first of all.
No. We don't. If he had red hair and he was actually good, I'd be calling him like the ginger stud. He's a ginger scrub.
Ginger rifle, Mike.
The red rifle or whatever. Yeah. Red rocket.
He's fucking terrible.
Jack, you want to weigh in on this?
Well, first, I just want to shout out the Georgetown Hoyas for making the NCAA tournament, as well as
this is about the Bears.
Getting back to that, yes, I know. I just want to give a shout out.
This ain't about the Georgetown Hoyas.
I was going back to that. No, it's just honestly, I was pissed, but now this is funny. I'm having a great laugh because we came in this offseason thinking Russell Wilson, maybe Deshaun Watson, who knows, you know. Instead, we signed a washed-up quarterback for $10 million with $3 million incentives. Oh, whoa! Then we get Jermaine Ifedi or whatever his name is instead of William, and then Deion Bush for another $6 million, and all that money goes to them. We still haven't re-signed Cordell Patterson yet. We obviously don't have Kyle Fuller no more. Allen Robinson just signed his franchise tag, so I think we know what that means. And Akeem Hicks is probably going. So, you know. I just think that I'm thankful that the White Sox are going to be good this year because at least I'll have one team to watch in the fall. So
Southside, baby.
Bears, yeah. I don't know if they're tanking for a quarterback in the next year draft. I don't know what's happening. Like I don't know who the top quarterback is. I think Spencer Rattler, if it is. I don't even know. But I don't know. Yeah, this is
at this point, let me ask you guys this. I don't mean to interrupt, Jack, but at this point, should we start maybe considering the idea of Khalil Mack trade?
I mean, I think everything's on the table right now. I don't think I think everyone's touchable.
what's confusing to me is that there's also reports of the pursuit of Kenny Galladay. So what are the
I
Bears
think
doing?
that was just a smoke screen to like get us hyped.
No. Here's the
Like
thing.
Kyle Fuller. Like we're
We
just like,
cannot trade Khalil Mack. I have that fucking poster right there in the back. I have a Khalil Mack poster right there. And I don't want to throw it out. All right, I want to fucking throw it out.
Hey, I got my jersey hanging up. I had to hang it retired. It's in the rafters now.
I think Ryan Pace is going, hey, let's score 20 points, but let's give up 40 points. You know, I think Ryan Pace has that in his agenda.
I think Ryan Pace is thinking, if I'm going to lose my job, I'm taking this team down with me.
All right, let's talk about each move individually and see why the Bears would do it or why not. I think I have a reputation of being a Bears homer. At least I try to be optimistic about the Bears.
I'm a real
Fuller.
real.
Oh, I know you're heated. It's Kyle Fuller. He's 29 years old. He's an all-pro. I think at least a two-time Pro Bowler, but he was scheduled or due $20 million this season. Cutting him saves the team $11 million, but you're still paying him $9 million not to even play for you. Was he worth $20 million? No, but I mean, he's worth $15 million or something at least. Like, he deserves to get paid. He's a great player. I said when we were doing post-game episodes, he was consistently someone I always want to talk about. I thought he looked great. What do you guys make of that move, Kyle Fuller?
It's a horrible move. We just released our best secondary player.
And
Outside of Jalen Johnson, what cornerbacks are even on the roster anymore?
Hey, boss. We just got rid of Trubisky. that whole thing in the background made a lot of sense.
The fall of that jersey is the fall of the Bears there.
I put it up with some duct tape right before this.
Isn't that my jersey too?
No, I gave you yours back.
Look, I'm going to say
yours in the back of my car.
I think I'd rather overpay Kyle Fuller than give money to Andy Dalton, Jermaine Ifedi, and Deion Bush.
I'd rather overpay Kyle Fuller than not have him at all.
Exactly. That's the thing. We can get a quarterback in the draft, but now Andy Dalton's our starter. And boss, you were like, Andy Dalton's not going to be the starter.
In that last episode, you might as well throw it out the window, basically. Like,
at this point, why not let me get my cleats and get my fucking pads? Let me go out there and fucking play Chicago Bears.
I would go out there if they really wanted to help the cap problem. I'd go out there and play quarterback for about $65,000. That would really help us on the cap.
That wouldn't cover your medical bills, Drew.
What about Zach Levine? Can he play quarterback? He's pretty athletic.
The thing, okay, we can talk about Andy Dalton real quick. He had his introductory press conference, and he said he chose Chicago because they told him he's going to be the starter. That's what he says. Is that the truth?
Are you trying to say Andy Dalton's capping?
Well, Mike Glennon said the same thing, and then draft night.
He was the starter.
Yeah, for 4 games.
But that wasn't the plan when they signed him.
I don't want them to do this bridge quarterback crap again. That didn't work the first time. I don't think it's going to work again.
What quarterback are we going to get realistically at this point?
Probably Mac Jones. Jones.
I mean, Deshaun Watson is a rapist. All right.
You're ready to say it.
Accusations are accusations.
Oh my God.
Let the process play out.
Wow.
And then Russell Wilson, we're not going to get him. So what are we gonna get? We're gonna get
everything but the kitchen sink at the end.
If we get Russell Wilson, that means we're trading Khalil Mack, and that means we have no Akeem Hicks and no Kyle Fuller.
We're gonna get Mac Jones, who I can run faster than, and we all know that the Bears need someone that can run, and Mac Jones cannot run, especially if I can run faster. So what are we gonna do?
Andy Dalton can't run either.
What?
Andy Dalton can't run either.
He's probably slower than Mac Jones.
Yeah.
I mean,
no.
We're screwed.
We
are so screwed.
Watch Andy Dalton highlights. He's a lot more mobile than Nick Foles. I will say that.
Nick Foles can't. Yeah,
a one-legged ant is more mobile than Nick Foles.
Yeah, well, let me tell you what. We're going up against quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers. All right. Aaron Rodgers. All right. We're going to against. Okay. We got now Jared Goff. Right. And then we have Kirk Cousins, who isn't that good, let's be honest, but he's better than what we have. He's better than Andy Dalton.
I think everyone's better than what we have.
All right, who's to say the Bears don't trade up in the draft? If they're willing to offer 3 firsts and a third, that should help you move up. Who says they can't get Zach Wilson at the 2 spot or Justin Fields? That's the problem. I have no idea what the Bears are trying to do. They should just blow it up.
I'd rather have Trey Lance than Justin Fields.
Yeah, I think Trey Lance. I mean, he didn't play much competition, but he's got the hype around him right now.
Akeem Hicks right now, he is not gone, but I'd say he's good as gone. He's got permission to seek a trade.
He might as well be gone.
If he's not traded, he wants a dramatic pay increase. He's due to make $10
And
million.
we're really not going to give him that if we just cut Kyle Fuller. So he's gone. Just say it. He's gone.
He is.
So what's going to happen is the Bears are going to trade him, and the reports are going to say the Bears tried to reconstruct his deal. I'm tired of that "we tried" narrative. I don't give a crap if we tried. We tried for Russell Wilson. We tried to lower Kyle Fuller's contract. When I think of "we tried," I think of failing a math test. Well, I tried, but I sucked and I failed. That's what the Bears are right now. They're failing.
Fuck Ryan Pace, bro. Fuck that motherfucker. If I ever see him out in the street, I'm beating his bitch ass. I swear. I'll beat his fucking ass.
You know, Chicago free agency is just not nice to fans. I mean, the White Sox, they had an okay free agency, and then the Bears, like, this is pitiful. This is like getting ran over by a bus.
The White Sox
ran over by a car.
than the damn Bears did.
Let's keep the conversation on the Bears. Let's stop talking about the Bulls,
Okay.
Hoyas, and the White Sox.
I'm gonna say this. For this free agency, I was actually like excited. Like I thought we were gonna make ourselves better. Get some pickups, you know, maybe get Russell Wilson, something like that. Instead, we get a quarterback that's worse than Trubisky.
I would disagree with that. Where did Trubisky sign? He signed in Buffalo for $2.5 million. Every other quarterback that signed was getting paid at least $10 million. There was no market for Trubisky.
Because he wants to eventually one day be a starter. He's still young.
Okay, well, if
no one even gave him a chance, Josh Allen and McDermott, then he has a chance to become a better quarterback.
Sure, that's what he ended up doing at them. I guarantee you that wasn't what he wanted to do at first. No one signed him to be a competitor in a QB competition. He's clearly a backup.
So you're telling me you would rather
Andy Dalton is clearly a backup at this point.
Yeah, there's a report. Hey, there's a report out right now that the 49ers wanted Andy Dalton, and the belief was that he would beat out Jimmy Garoppolo in camp. I'm telling you, this report out there right now.
Then why can't we trade Andy Dalton for Jimmy Garoppolo?
Who knows? Maybe we might. Oh, no, I wouldn't do that.
What? Oh my God. I hate Jimmy Garoppolo because I think he's just like a cocky son of a bitch. But I would much rather have him and Andy Dalton.
I don't know about that.
I think the thing you got to think about.
You don't know about. We're talking about somebody who took his team to the Super Bowl, though. A quarterback that went to the Super Bowl.
Oh, sure. He went to the Super Bowl. I don't think you could say he took his team to the Super Bowl. And also, he would cost you about $25 million at least instead of $10 million. I'm not paying that much for Jimmy Garoppolo when he's going to go out there and throw 10 passes a game.
The thing about Andy Dalton is he was a backup last year and made $3 million. He did not play up to his worth of $3 million. So the Bears said, let's give him $10 million.
You're way wrong with that.
Starter. How much did they give him?
I've been fighting you all week, Jack, and I'm going to fight you again tonight.
How much did they give him then last year?
Do you not remember that Andy Dalton was released after the draft? There wasn't that much of a market for him.
He still didn't play up to his worth of $3 million.
Yes, he did. The Cowboys went 4-5 with him at quarterback. He threw for almost 3,000 yards and 14 touchdowns. That's really good for $3 million. How much are you supposed to pay a backup?
Losing. That's losing. I want a winner, not a loser. That's what Andy Dalton is. That's what he's always been, a loser. He's always made the playoffs and lost.
So,
he's made the playoffs.
But he made the playoffs, so he's not always a loser. If he's always a loser,
we're not making the playoffs. We are not.
Trubisky made the playoffs.
Okay,
yeah,
I'm not trying to define Andy Dalton out here. I'm not trying to define Andy Dalton, but if you're saying that the Bears should have re-signed Trubisky, that's where you're wrong.
I would have rather had Trubisky than.
Okay, I'd rather have Trubisky as well.
Jersey hanging up.
I don't care. I don't care how weird and awkward it would have been, but there is more hope and potential for Trubisky to do something and at a cheaper contract than Andy Dalton.
Okay, then he would have got a deal if that was the case, but no one gave him a deal. He got
now the division.
You have to understand this though. Trubisky is familiar with our offense. He's been here for some years. His upside is way higher than Andy Dalton's. It's not debatable. Trubisky at his ceiling is better than Andy Dalton at his ceiling.
Way better.
Okay, if this is true, if this is all true, Trubisky wouldn't be making $2.5 million as a backup. You guys want to give me this crap? Oh, he wants to learn. No, he wants to make $10 million and compete for the starting job. You guys are stupid if you think he's going to take 2.5 just to learn. Nobody gave him that opportunity. He had to go to Buffalo. There was no market for him. So you guys are all wrong when you say that Trubisky would be better. That's just facts.
And I don't want to hear the narrative.
How was Andy Dalton better than Trubisky?
I don't want to hear the narrative.
Just because we have a dumb GM does not mean Andy Dalton is better.
All right, this is really hard to listen to because you're all just screaming.
Okay, I want to say this. I don't want to hear, oh, Andy Dalton has Bill Lazor. That's what we said about Nick Foles. He's got all his past coaches, and look what he did. Nothing. I don't want to hear, oh, Andy Dalton's got his past coaches. He's going to be great. No, it's going to be the same shit all over again. He's probably going to get a fucking leg broken out there or something, man. Andy Dalton's going to get, like, suffocated out there. It's terrible. It's going to be David Montgomery, like 30 carries because we don't have a pass offense now.
I will say this. And I'm trying to be calm. I'm trying to be calm. At this point, in Voss's defense, even if you think Trubisky is better, which I think all three of us, beside maybe Voss, do believe, the difference between Trubisky and Andy Dalton isn't very significant. Okay, it's not like Trubisky's Russell Wilson. They're about the same. I would lean more Trubisky, but that's just me. I think the main problem here is we have lost faith in the management of this team. So now every move we make makes it look way worse because we just don't trust the people running the ship anymore.
I think that's very smart. What's up, Jack?
I said I don't think people have trusted the Pace and Co. since the Trubisky whole draft thing. I don't think people have trusted it since then.
Everybody's fucking idiots. I was trying not to use the F-bomb, but I'm going to come out and say it. Did you not see the graphic that was going all week where everyone, Todd McShay, Mel Kiper, Daniel Jeremiah, everyone had Trubisky the number one quarterback?
No, I know.
So why is everyone coming at Pace's ass? He was undoubtedly the number one guy coming out of college.
I understand that, but they gave up a lot.
Pace, he's a fucking idiot. You know what?
I'm not gonna lie though.
Everyone agreed at the time.
I would have picked Deshaun Watson.
I would have too, but we're not GMs, and there's a reason we're not GMs.
I'm just saying they gave up a lot for Trubisky. It's not like for just to move up one spot. Like, were 49ers really going to pick him?
It wasn't the 49ers. It was other teams trying to trade up to that spot.
I'm just saying. They gave up a lot.
And you know what? I have trust in Matt Nagy because the huge reason that the Chiefs drafted Mahomes is because of Nagy. Nagy's the one that put them on to Mahomes.
That is true.
So can we just let Nagy actually choose his guy, not Nick Foles, not Andy Dalton? I mean, their hands are limited. There's only so much they can do. Let's see what they do in the draft. We can start coming at them for QB decisions depending on what they do in the draft. All right.
I don't have that big of a problem with Nagy. It's more of Pace. I think Nagy's done an okay job, but it's more on Ryan Pace, in my opinion.
Yeah, but you're blaming him for doing something at the time everyone said was, Trubisky's the best.
That's not the only bad thing he's done. He's also
cutting Kyle Fuller. We can't criticize him for that.
Yeah. What about Robert Quinn's contract? 5 years? 70
I want to smoke with all of them. I want to smoke with all of them. Nagy, Pace, all them bitch ass motherfuckers. I want this
Mike wants Virginia.
More than
all right. What can we make of A-Rob signing his franchise tag? Do we think he's getting traded or he's sticking around or what?
I wouldn't be surprised if he holds out. Not saying he's not going to show up at all, but he's clearly unhappy, and I think he reflects on how the team feels. At this point, I know it's not like a Madden franchise, like it's not how it is, but I don't understand why we wouldn't just go full out rebuild mode at this point.
That's what I'm saying.
And I think if you're going to do that, Allen Robinson is one of the most, one of the biggest assets we have. So why he wouldn't be traded, I don't understand.
Let the young guys take over now. Just rebuild. Let Mooney and Kmet get their catches. Let Montgomery get his touches. I mean, get the draft picks. Try to draft right. I mean, that's what it seems like is going to happen right now. And I hope it does because I'm not going to try to go 8-8 every year just for a middle draft pick win. I'd rather just suck. And that's what happened this year, 8-8, and we had the 20th pick for what? Like we could have sucked and not cared, and we probably could have got a pretty good quarterback in the draft. But now we probably have to trade up just for that.
I'd say this offseason is far from over. Okay, we are overreacting because number one, it's fun. We need to talk about it, and I think it makes good content for YouTube. But this offseason's not open. What if Ryan Pace signs Kenny Galladay? I think that'd be a great pickup.
I think it would too, but for a team that has nothing,
we're gonna have no defense now because Akeem Hicks is about to be traded.
With or without Kenny Galladay,
gone
we're
now.
not going to be a playoff team next year.
Yeah, no matter what. I mean, unless we get Russell Wilson or Deshaun Watson, that's
And
it.
I like Kenny Galladay. I think he's one of the more underrated receivers in the league.
If he can stay healthy.
I'll say this. I've been studying all day long. All right. I've been studying all day long. So I was stressed already. All right. I was already stressed. All right. And then I look at my phone. I see Andy Dalton is told that he will be the starter. So I came to Chicago. I'm like, shit. All right. Well, we already knew that pretty much. All right. But that's still bad news. That means we're not going to probably go after another quarterback, at least for this year. And then I see that Kyle Fuller has been released. And I'm like, you know what? A part of me just died. A part of me just died. A part of me just died. A part of me just fucking died. And now I'm here right now. Rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice.
What does that have to do with anything?
Mike's in full form tonight. He's in full form.
He's Mixie Mike tonight.
Oh, I'm getting mixy tonight.
Oh God.
No, honestly, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I'm probably not gonna do much more than this. I'm not gonna.
Thanks, Mike. I appreciate that.
Like, what does that have to do with the point you were trying to make about the Bears?
At this point, who the fuck cares about the Bears? We're done. We're done. We're fucked. Like, let's be honest. We're done. I mean, I care. I love the Bears, but we're down bad right now. Like, let's be honest. We're down bad. And like you guys said, we should go in a full-blown, like, state of rebuilding. Like, you know what I'm saying? We should go in a full-blown state of rebuilding.
Yeah, this is the start of something. The release of Kyle Fuller, the trade or release of Akeem Hicks that is going to happen. We're going to have to see what the Bears do. If they sign Kenny Galladay, that tells me that they're not giving up hope. If they start cutting more players, we're going into full rebuild mode. Although I think these two moves of cutting Kyle Long, I said Kyle Long because he signed with the Chiefs. Good for that guy. Whatever. With Kyle Fuller and Akeem Hicks leaving, now Eddie Jackson's tweeting. Doesn't seem happy with what's going on.
He was part of the problem last year. He has no business.
Well, Cordero Patterson.
He had no picks.
May or may not
one
be,
interception.
Okay. Cordero Patterson, who may or may not be on the Bears, is also tweeting like, what is going on? So
Bears haven't reached out to him. That's what he said. The Bears haven't talked to him yet. Like, what are you doing?
They're too busy cutting all their all pros.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's going to be some players that might be happy
getting rid of the best players in their football team. That's what they're too busy doing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm worried about. They've already lost the fan base, but what's worse is if they lose the locker room, and that's what it's looking like right now.
They already lost it. It's gone. It's in the shits.
Who's next? Mac? Is Mac gone now?
I think Akeem Hicks is next, but yeah.
Is Mac gone? Is Mac gone now?
Akeem Hicks is already gone. We've accepted that.
Well, yeah, that's a good point.
So
That
Mac,
pretty much came with the territory of Kyle Fuller. It's pretty much a 2-1 type of deal.
Well, congrats to Jalen Johnson. He's now the #1 secondary on the Bears.
Yeah, which have fun covering Devontae Adams. Actually, no. That's the thing about the Bears. You won't have fun covering Devontae Adams because you know what? If they move him to the other side of the field, they're not going to be like, hey, Jalen, go over there and cover Devontae. They're going to like, oh, we'll just let this bum 7th-round pick guard him and then wonder why he gets 3 touchdowns on us. I don't know.
And Adam Thielen.
We just need to start fresh. That's my opinion. New coach, new GM, new quarterback, new cornerbacks, new wide receivers, new offensive.
New everything. Everything.
You know,
New ownership.
I would like to applaud the Arizona Cardinals. They've had an amazing offseason.
So have the Browns. I love the John Johnson move.
Cardinals are my NFC favorites right now.
What
And
the
the
Cardinals do that you love, Jack?
Patriots have done a lot too this offseason.
What was that, boss?
What did the Cardinals do that you love?
I like J.J. Watt. That's a great addition. I think A.J. Green with DeAndre
Green.
Hopkins. Okay, that was 1 year, and he hated the team he was with. I think it's going to go well. I think the Cardinals can be a pretty decent team.
Oh, yeah.
No, they already are. They're on the upswing. Like,
all right, we're not talking about the Cardinals. This is already long enough. People they came to listen about the Bears and see you, Mike, freak out. To bring this full circle, though, you love the A.J. Green. Some might say A.J. Green wouldn't be A.J. Green without the quarterback throwing him to him. Andy Dalton is the starter. This just all came full circle. It's now time to end. Thanks for coming and checking out an Unbearable podcast. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, or don't do any of that. It doesn't fucking matter. See you guys next time. This has been another episode of Unbearable Podcast.